Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They go play action. Mayfield. Chris Godwin. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mayfield looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This is caught by McMillan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Mayfield now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. and that often runs you into a penalty.
So the hold on special teams backs them up all the way inside the 15 to start. A give up the middle to right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Out of the gun. Here's a give to right. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Got a man. That's Leggett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now 2nd and 3. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tip Ryman with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield to throw it. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Pulled in at the 24. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. And they'll go right back to Wright. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. A run straight ahead with Achane. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 18. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! Xavier Legette from 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now stands at 13. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down and 6 now. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's White. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Wright. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On the handoff, it's Wright. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. In motion right is the tight end. Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here's Jake Camarda now. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal.
49.
Mayfield looks to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, since the leaping rules were changed back in 2017, we only average about one block kick per week league-wide. They pulled out all the stops there, got someone in there, delivered a big block.
I actually didn't think it was that high. I thought it was even less than that, but those guys executed perfection right there. Really brought excellent effort on that snap. Can't ask for anything more, and they got it done.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. On first down, they'll start out with Wright. Robert Spillane able to bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 96 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd down and 1. In motion, Hill. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. But first down, Hurts. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Final play of the half, Mayfield airing this one out for Evans. And that Orlando, they're standing by as Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Achane on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They go play action with Hurts. And he's got his big tight end here. And this is going to lead to another first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll work the middle here with Wright, and he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. On the give, this is Wright. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Achane gets it from the gun. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So out come the Bucs now. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how
he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this they'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him. I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught on the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay tries. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Second and 10. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On play action, they'll throw. That one completes a Liggett. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Hurts to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on it. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Dolphins, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.